Boy, oh boy, what happened today? Tech stocks went crazy. So happy that I actually purchased one additional share of Apple last week, an additional share of Microsoft last week. We're going to go ahead and jump on in. What's going on, everybody? Back on the Robinhood app on this Monday. As you can see, up in the green today. $78 after hours, up in the green, $23. Buying power, we're at $1. I had $30 today, but I was kind of debating whether I wanted to use some of that towards like another Apple stock or towards another Microsoft stock or just pretty much another growth stock that I currently have. But instead, I'm just kind of doing a balance of growth stocks in addition to dividend stocks, primarily like my AT&T or Realty Income. But let's go ahead and dive on in. Let's see what happened today. Apple, with its news that's going on today, it was going to the moon, 361. And I kind of read when it was, I think last week, when it was about dipping down to the 340s, that Apple had some potential as far as getting to 400. So I was a little worried last week because it was dropping. But as you can see, I got four shares. And then average cost is $296. Today's return, amazing, almost $50, $47 overall, $260. And if we scroll on down here, I did purchase, as I mentioned, an Apple share last week on the 16th for $348. And when I bought it for $348, keep in mind that the last time I purchased an Apple was on the 27th. Okay, on the 27th, at the bottom there, 2 shares for 281. So when I seen that 348, I was like, oh boy, like that is a big jump. And I didn't think I was actually going to buy a stock from Apple for 348, but I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. And last week was very volatile. It kind of got me scared. I think it went down past 348, and I'm so glad that I did, because obviously, as you can see, it paid off. It paid off, and I do plan to purchase another share of Apple. I'm going to monitor between Apple and Microsoft. I'm kind of debating whether I want to buy either two Microsoft or kind of one Apple and maybe one Microsoft. Let me know what you think. So I'm kind of debating there. Next over, Nvidia. Nvidia, again, people were kind of, what I read was people were kind of saying Nvidia was overrated. And that's when it was initially going down. What did I buy Nvidia at? Let me scroll on down here and then we'll kind of scroll on up. But Nvidia, I bought it for $355. As you can see, I had initially bought it for $365. I sold it and got back in it at $355. I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. And $355, right? And all the hype and everything. As you can see, today's return is 12 overall, $26. I'm keeping Nvidia. I don't know what anybody says. I'm keeping Nvidia. Almost at 400. This is a growing tech stock like no other. This is insane. Will I buy another Nvidia? That's a lot of money. I just feel like, I don't know. I just have like a feeling that maybe Apple would be would surpass Nvidia. I mean, it just has, to me, like, I don't know, more products, services out there. It's just overall, as far as what they're able to do, it's just my opinion. Of course, I have no idea. I'm just a new investor, average person here. Don't know anything about too much into depth is what I'm trying to say. But I do love Apple overall. So we'll see. Microsoft, new highs, 201. Never thought it would actually hit 200. so quickly because it was ranging from like 297s and then the 295s. And like I mentioned, I did purchase another Microsoft last week. I'm up 4 shares here. Today's return really good, $27 overall, $83 here. It does pay a little bit of extra dividend there, 1.02. I'm gonna scroll on down here and see what's the amount that I purchased it for. So I was kind of just throwing money into there. It's like $1 on the 19th, another dollar. I had initially put $24, as you can see, on the 17th, and I was trying to get enough cash because obviously when you put a little bit of money, it buys you that fractional share. And I was trying to put enough so I can get one full share, if that makes sense. Let's see here. It was 195, I think, what I initially purchased it for. And so, yeah, I got one full share. But again, 195, right? Let's kind of scroll on here. When was the last big move? I had bought 2 shares. 2 shares on April 22nd was like my biggest amount that I purchased from Microsoft for 171. So from 171 for it to be 195 is like, eh. Now obviously things back in April compared to now, I mean, prices are a little bit higher. So yeah, so I bought that. I'm so happy that I did because obviously it's at 201 now. So moving on to Facebook. Facebook didn't do too well today. Still have the 2 shares, average cost $2.13. We were up 12 cents there and overall $51. Moving on to Alibaba. Alibaba did pretty good today. Up today 77 cents, after hours 89 cents. Still have the 2 shares, average cost $2.04, and then today's return $3, overall $36. I'll probably, if I had to choose between Microsoft and Alibaba, I'm gonna probably get another Microsoft. I don't know. It's just growing so much with technology. I just want to jump on in and get as many Microsoft while I can before it kind of scoots on by, and I kind of missed that train there. Visa was up today, $2.76. After hours, $1.06. And let me know what you think, because I'm thinking about another Visa, but then I keep thinking to myself, like, should I get into MasterCard? Because MasterCard, it seems to grow a lot faster than Visa, but it's like, I don't know. It's like I think to myself, like, I can spend enough for 2 Visas for the price of almost like 1 MasterCard, and I don't know. Just let me know what you think. Like, just kind of debating. I don't know if you guys ever do that yourselves, as far as like try and like think to yourself, okay, it's like, okay, you have some tech companies. It's like, okay, you have Apple, which grows pretty nicely. You have Nvidia, which it's like, Nvidia's on like another page as far as growing. Or do you have the best of both worlds? You have, both stocks. So I'm kind of like undecisive right now, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about. So today's return, $8.30. Overall, $37.27. Let's see here. McDonald's did pretty good, 90 cents. After hours, 10 cents. Today's return was $3. Overall, we're still in the red. $2.21 there. AV up 56 cents. After hours, 8 cents. Still got the 2 shares. Average cost $84.03. Up $1.28, and overall $26.64 there. Johnson & Johnson, I'm kind of waiting. And I know they say don't wait, don't time the market. I really would love to buy it at 141. 140 would be awesome. I had purchased it for 146, and I haven't got a return. I keep becoming in the red there. So, but primarily I didn't buy it for its growth. Obviously, I kind of bought it for its dividend and consistent dividend growth. So That's pretty much the reason why I bought Johnson & Johnson there. Realty Income, I do plan on buying more. And I'm kind of, in a way, I'm kind of happy it went down. I wish that it would kind of hit the high 58, 59, then I can kind of buy a little bit more. Right now I'm at 19 shares. And what I've kind of been doing is I initially had a certificate, and I had a certificate. It was earning about 3.45. And I kind of did some calculation as far as, if I put like, we'll just say like $500 into that certificate, earning that interest, versus if I put money into, whatever amount of shares that I would, be able to purchase for Realty Income at like $63. I just kind of overestimated. And then what that interest would be. And I would actually get more interest, obviously, with Realty Income here, not only because of it's a higher dividend at, an extra percentage there, but the two things. So, of course, the interest that I would receive, but of course any capital gains when the stock initially goes up. So it's like a win-win. So I do want to get at least 22 shares because I calculated to at least be like at least $5. So that's my next goal, to get at least $5 a month from Realty Income. Today's return, though, in the red, $1.71, but overall it's not too bad. It's doing pretty well. $119. AT&T, I bought one share today of AT&T. So we are at 27 shares. Today's return in the red, $3.90. Overall, we are in the green, $2.24. I just want to keep adding to AT&T. And as I mentioned, right now my shares is 27. My next goal is to get to 30. And then once I get to 30, I'll probably, increase it to 35 and etc. Followed by Philip Morris. And let me know what you think. So Philip Morris is, of course, the tobacco, international tobacco. I have 2 shares. Market value, so for my 2 shares, it's $144. Okay. Average cost is $69. Today's return, negative 32 cents. Overall, $4.59. So here's what I'm thinking with Philip Morris. I can either keep them, and I was looking at their dividend. So it's 6.44, which is $1.17 per quarter. Okay. I was thinking to myself, because I want to get like the most bang for my money as far as the interest. But again, like we talked about, I want to get the capital, and as far as like the gains for the stock. So more capital when it increases. Now, if we kind of look at the last week, so it's been on a downtrend. Okay. Initially it was like 174. Now we're at 172. If we take it to a month, it doesn't really move. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, should I sell Philip Morris and get the 144 and put that towards a Nvidia, a Microsoft, an Apple, or Visa, So I'm kind of thinking about that. Let me know what your suggestion is, because that's what I'm thinking about. Or I could just keep it. I could keep it and just collect on that dividend. Now, keep in mind, I do have the other dividend, which is, of course, AT&T that I'm pretty heavy on, Realty Income that I'm heavy on, and, of course, the other ones like Apple, Microsoft that do pay small little dividend, but nothing compares to the other 2 heavy hitters that I currently have, the AT&T and the Realty Income, that pay me a substantial amount of dividend for the amount of shares that I do have. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. I don't know, or I could just keep it. Let me know what you think. Simon Property, we're up $1.43. After hour 74, it is going up with, of course, the economy opening back up. But as, things kind of look a little iffy with, as things kind of open up. So we'll kind of see whether it continues to uptrend here. For my 2 shares, $57.41 is the average cost. I don't really see it going back to 57. I just don't. So today's return, $4. Overall, $23.48. Enterprise Products, we're up 29 cents. After hours, 11 cents. I do have 2 shares. $19.56 is the average cost. Today's return, of course, 80 cents. Overall return is in the red there still at 12 cents. And then my last stock is the Boeing 188.90 is what it is right now. Today's return $1.50. And I do have one share. It did all right today. It kind of fluctuates, of course, with the news and all. People not flying, you'll hear that, or people, want to fly, or you'll see airlines with news as far as there's, a lot of people booking and so forth like that, and the stock will go up, go down, yada, yada. But that's what it is as far as today. What is that? So for the week, last week, it's gone down. I think this morning when I checked it, it was like $90. So now we're in the red as of the past week, $50. Past month, $316. Past 3 months, $894. And then overall, still the $894 there. But I appreciate you guys watching. Happy Father's Day to those who are fathers yesterday. But definitely next video, I will actually showcase where I am as far as the track my dividends. And it's actually gone up, I think, from the last time that I shared my track my dividends. But I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, guys. Thanks.